live from the Bell Center in Montreal, backstage with Metallica.
And everything has been said by our I really think that what motivates us is just striving to be able to create and create something that is relevant and creating something that's a true expression of ourselves. I mean, I really feel that we still have a lot of time left to make a lot of great music, and I don't think everything has been said and proven. I mean, I still feel that we have a lot to say, and we definitely have stuff to prove. I really think that the future of the band looks stronger than it ever has, and that in itself is a motivation, to just go on and do it and keep it as interesting and as provocative as possible.
Survive on their own as far as Metallica goes. Of course, the guys are strong and can survive anyway, but I mean, when you've been in a band for 23 years, it's pretty intense. So they started working on the album, St. Anger album. Bob Rock, fellow Canadian producer, incredible guy, incredible musician. He took over on bass, and he was literally the bass player for Metallica for about almost 2.5 years or so, and they recorded this album. At a certain point, they needed a new bass player. They needed someone to fill in full time, and they started kind of getting things organized for an audition, and I had the good fortune to be called up to jam with the guys, and it worked out. But to make also a long story short, I did tour with Metallica when I was with Suicidal Tendencies back in '93 and '94, and I'm sure we came through Canada as well back then, so it was kind of neat to get reunited with the guys again 10 years later.
Was there any fear after the band being away so long that you'd come back and maybe the same fan enthusiasm wasn't there, the bass had deteriorated, or was there any kind of fear about that? Like, hey, you know what, we haven't been touring in a long time. What's going to be the response?
I'm sure that there was some of that in the guys, that's always going to be there, but at the same time, it all maybe seemed like a big experiment, what was going to go down. I mean, probably with me, the guys were, checking me out, and had to feel comfortable with me being the newest addition. The good thing is that we connected right off the bat, for me too. I mean, I live in Los Angeles. Coming up to San Francisco on my way up, it was kind of I was kind of nervous. But at the same time, I realized that I was coming up to jam with them to have fun. The primary priority for me was to have fun. And we ended up sitting around the first day and reconnecting after 10 years. And then the second day we actually played. And the playing part of it was actually the easier part. That was the most natural part, which is great. And, Lars actually, it was funny because the first audition, Lars and I went out for a couple of beers, which ended up, turning into cocktails till 5 a.m, and I actually had to play the second day of my audition, the performance day, with one of the worst hangovers I can remember. And maybe that was Lars's way of testing me out to see if I could handle, the wild nights with him. But it's been great. I mean, the fire's there. We can honestly look to the future and say that there's just a lot of positive things to look forward to creatively and performance-wise. So it could have gone the other way, though. I mean, if it didn't work out, there may not be a Metallica right now.
We're talking to Metallica bass player Robert Trujillo, and maybe you can talk about
Aerosmith, AC/DC. I used to take Ted Nugent and UFO stuff and slow it way down, especially the solos and stuff. Slow it down to the old turntable style. Slow it down and learn the stuff. But I just jam that stuff over and over and over, and that's how I taught myself.
But could you fathom actually at that point going, wow, what if I could join Aerosmith or AC/DC up on stage?
No, definitely not. And we've done some pretty crazy stuff with having people come up or jam and do whatever, and to hang out in the tuning room with, if I was thinking back, me, whatever, 18, 20 years old, 25, whatever, and showing up and, all of a sudden getting jamming with Ted Nugent. It's like, oh, yeah, I don't think I can handle that.
And because of technology these days, if your brain's a little slow like mine, you may forget it. We're actually going to give you a recording of that. So it'll be them with you guys. And
there you go.
And if you can't play anything, you suck. You can just sit there and play air guitar. I was thinking like people who play strange instruments that don't go with rock. Like, what if they play the accordion? Hey, bring it along. Can I bring my accordion?
We don't care. Show up. I do. We had Hurdy-Gurdy on a record. We had,
That's right.
Well, you know, just show up with whatever you want or got, or you can sing. You know, we'll have the lyrics there for you and everything. And yeah, we got the Pro Tools guy right there. He records it, and you walk out of there with you jamming with Metallica.
A once-in-a-lifetime rock fantasy, a dream come true. I'm really kind of upset. I had to work hard to become the Fifth Horseman. These guys just walk in, win a radio promotion. I mean, I've been hanging out with you guys for how long now? And like, oh, where's my chance? Where's my videotape, man?
Oh, man, you've been paying your dues.
I know. I see you got some new ink, man.
Yeah.
I've been noticing actually on MetOnTour as Nicholas is standing right here.
Oh yeah,
so.
we're gonna fill up. We're gonna get sleeves.
You just started to get a little more addicted, and you're like, I want to get back into it, or
the new addiction, man.
Yeah?
That's what it is. You can't just stop at one, you know.
Did you read about or hear about what Shirley Manson from Garbage said about you?
No.
She saw the movie, Some Kind of Monster, quote unquote, I am in love with James Hetfield.
She needs to go to therapy for that.
Well, I was thinking she was very commendable and complimenting you guys over the therapy and the fact that you guys put yourselves out there, and you've always been breaking barriers and whatnot, and been ahead of your time with some things, and you influence a lot of bands that way, not just musically, but now you're positively influencing people in other directions. Where you see other bands now will probably call you for your therapist number.
Oh, God help them all. As long as people got to choose their own path, and I think if that is appealing to some bands, don't do it because it's something that we did,
right.
Or don't do it because it might be some trendy thing.
Do it because you need it.
Well, definitely do it because it feels right to do it, or just check it out. It's not for everyone. Some people already have the ability to communicate. We did not, so we had to learn that skill.
We have a tribute band together.
Oh, so you guys are Alcoholica? Yeah.
Another one.
No, I saw the flyer. Someone showed me the flyer yesterday. Yeah. Excellent.
We're playing tonight.
And I invite you. I'm the head member of the chapter.
No, okay.
I invite you tonight. Please come.
We're leaving right after the show. Yeah.
Get back after your show too. So.
Oh, they're excellent. The first night or the second night?
First one. Yeah. In
Bro, I'll show up and we'll do a half-hour version of Escape or something.
Oh yeah.
It's just like solos.
It's on video now.
Or maybe not. Wait, which? So you four. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you play?
Your vocals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drummer.
Basement.
Basser.
Good guitar. It's yourself.
Excellent. Right on, man.
That's cool.
And you.
And I look exactly like you, so.
Well, I saw this one cover band, and the guy.
Like you?
No, they all wore wigs. They're a Metallica band. Remember that in San Francisco? Oh, I was cracking up, man.
Creeping Death.
Oh yeah, they're called Creeping Death. Yeah.
Can sign a shirt or something. Okay.
They took their wigs off, and I had short hair. And
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
That sucks.
But they were pretty good. Yeah. Sure. Well, hopefully in Quebec.
So maybe in Quebec. Can you put my costume?
Yeah.
Hope so.
Yeah. Because I
need a picture with you.
I never get to see Metallica. The next best thing is Metallica tribute band.
They are.
I see you guys for the same reason everyone else.
They are.
For a musical question.
Yeah.
Because just one, just a short one. Dyer's Eve. We play Dyer's Eve, right? And the first riff in the book, it's not good. The books are not.
Don't use the book.
I can't read it anyway.
Just want to ask you if you
Oh, it's not hammering.
It's not hammering. That's
why I thought.
Okay, so you were right. Thank you.
So if I take a picture with
Even that'd be too tough.
Thanks for answering, man.
Yeah, what's up? Exactly.
Yeah. All right, man.
Which is not a Philly cheesesteak place? Jim's, Pat's, Geno's, or Bob's Big Boy?
Oh man, that's Bob's Big Boy.
A mummer was
that right?
That's right.
All right then.
A mummer is a guy who mums, a guy who wears a feathery costume on New Year's Day and dances in a big parade, or a guy who willingly touches other men in strange places.
A mummer? What are the first two?
a guy who mums, a guy who wears a feathery costume on New Year's Day and dances in a big parade?
Well, I mean, by default, a mummer has to be a guy who mums.
You would think so. So you're picking mums? Is that what is that your final answer?
Whoa.
Is that your final answer?
Oh, now you're. Oh man. How could, I want James's 2 questions, man.
Too bad. You're 1 for 2.
Oh, come on. What
You don't get the award, dude.
Let me see here, James. So Philadelphia have won how many Super Bowls? Dude, I could answer this. I could answer James's questions.
But you got Lars's questions. I'm sorry.
God, man,
I'll see you in Philadelphia with new questions,
that's
okay?
a setup, man.
Still to come, Kurt and Rob will talk about our
love,
huge
man.
jam with Metallica promotion.
No Philly love for Lars, man.
Who loves you in Philly?
You do?
94 WIC. Thanks. Can I get just one half of that, whatever, something?
Yeah.
At least that first line, though.
Hey, man, it's Lars from Metallica here, and I approve this.
Message. You know, like political guys go, and I approve this message.
Okay. Hey, it's Lars from Metallica here, and I approve this message.
Just give me a couple of those. How about
Hey,
these?
man. Now you.
How about these?
Hey, you know what? You can kick out any member of the band, as long as it's not me. You can sing. You can play whatever instrument you want. You can just play air guitar or whatever else you want to play with, and you'll receive a recording of your performance. There you go, man. That just me sounds like Christmas already.
First off, in regard to the stage now going around full circle, does any of that have any symbolism to do with how much you talk in Some Kind of Monster about things being a perfect circle, about your life coming full circle? Is that just added? Was that subconscious and I'm bringing it to your attention?
I like that. That's good. We would file that one under subconscious. Yeah, I like that. That's good. I mean, look, it's obviously it's great because we can. In this day and age, we can spin anything into anything we want it to be. But I like that. That's good. It was just, this is the 3rd time that we've kind of, the 3rd arena tour that we've tried to kind of screw with the configuration.
Nice job.
And thank you. Thank you. And so, last time we did the 2 stages. The time before we did the snake pit thing. And this time it's just kind of, let's keep it in the middle of it. Let's rotate, but let's not rotate so much so it looks cheesy. And so now we're trying to rotate, but not let anybody actually know that we rotate. So now it's one full rotation over 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Which I think is really cool, that it starts out and it ends and then the show is done. Like,
so much symbolism.
Seriously.
Yes, so much symbolism. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of cool because it brings everybody, so many more fans closer to the band, and obviously it brings us closer to the fans. So when you've been on the road for a year and a half, you need as much closeness between the band and the fans as possible to kind of keep feeding off, at least for us, keep feeding off their energy. So this is a fun stage to play on. Now I can tell you.
And I have to ask, with your necklace on, how old is your son?
He's 6.
Yeah, that's about the age. I'm assuming he made that for you?
You're assuming right, yeah.
I have a 5-year-old. I'm I smell kindergarten.
Oh, yeah, he made that. It's all good. He did make it in kindergarten because it's lasted. It's lasted since, it's about 6 months now this thing has lasted. It's amazing. You go buy like $1,000 piece of jewelry and it lasts 3 weeks. This has lasted 6 months.
This is Wendy, Lars, Wendy.
Ottawa.
You're in Ottawa.
You're in Ottawa.
We love Ottawa.
Hey, what's going on?
Rebecca.
How's everybody?
Everybody's good. How are you?
You guys bought so much stuff.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
Who
gear.
knows how to run all that?
Thank God for Chris, our engineer. He's teching everybody.
Where would you like me?
Right here is good.
Do you mind if I close the door?
Sure.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Go in.